Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome. We're so glad that you joined us this Shabbat to pray with us, to welcome Shabbat with us. I'm Rabbi David Levy, and I'm joined in the leadership of this service by our cantorial intern, Isaac Sonnet Asor. We're also so lucky to have Caroline Sonnet Asor joining us as well on the flute. Welcome. We're so glad that you joined us to pray with us, to welcome Shabbat with us. I'm Rabbi David Levy, and I'm joined in the leadership of this service by our cantorial intern, Isaac Sonnet Asor. We're also so lucky to have Caroline Sonnet Asor joining us as well. And now I figured out why that was happening. Apologize, everyone. I had a second window playing back a little bit on delay, everything that was happening. And part of the reason that's happening is because we're trying out some new technology this Shabbat. So thank you for your patience as I learn this new tech that I've been experimenting with, but every once in a while it surprises you. And if you notice something that you like or you want to change, like, repeating rabbis kind of reverberating through, I think we all want to cut that. Let me know after Shabbat. I'd love to hear as we continue to try and make this version of Shabbats where we join virtually in our own homes, this way of observing and celebrating this holy day, special even though we cannot be together in person. If you have a set of candles with you, I invite you to join me in kindling the lights of Shabbats. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, מלאכי עליון, ממלך מלאכי המלאכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ברכוני לשלום מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון, ממלך מלאכי המלאכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. שלום עליכם, שלום עליכם, מלאכי השרת, מלאכי עליון, ממלך מלכי המלאכים, הקדוש, הקדוש ברוך הוא. שובכם לשלום מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון, ממלך מלאכי המלאכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. שלום עליכם, שלום עליכם, מלאכי השרת, מלאכי עליון, ממלך מלכי המלאכים, הקדוש, הקדוש ברוך הוא.
This week, we enter into the month of Kislev. Even though this month marks the darkest days of the year, in it we celebrate our festival of lights. Our ancestors teach that long before the Hasmoneans of the Hanukkah story rededicated the holy temple and restored its lights, our winter festival was actually created by Adam and Eve. In the Garden of Eden, they noticed that the days were growing ever shorter, and they feared that one day they might never see light again. And then, something miraculous happened, and they realized that the days began to grow longer, and they celebrated. In most years, we would say that without a doubt, shorter, darker days will always be followed by months with increasing light. Yet this winter, it can feel easier to understand Adam and Eve's doubt and their fear. The words of our Shabbat Psalms can help us affirm hope for brighter days when we most need them. Or zarua latzadik, uliyishrei lev simcha. Light is sown for the righteous, and joy for the upright in heart.
Or zarua latzadik, ulishrei lev simcha. Or zarua latzadik, ulishrei lev simcha. Or zarua latzadik, ulishrei lev simcha. Ulishrei lev simcha. Or zarua latzadik, ulishrei lev simcha. Ulishrei lev simcha. ישרי לב שמחה אור זרוע לצדיק ולישרי לב שמחה יא לה 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 לך דודי יא לה 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 לקראת כלה יא לה 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 בני שבת נקבל יא לה 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 לך דודי יא לה 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 לקראת כלה שבת נקבלה שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד השמיענו אל המיוחד אדוני אחד ושמור אחד לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה יא לה 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 לך דודי יא לה 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 לקראת כלה יא לה 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 בני שבת נקבלה לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה כי מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נסוכה סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה יא לה 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 לך דודי יא לה 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 לקראת כלה יא לה 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 בני שבת נקבלה התעוררי כי באורך קומי אורי שיר דברי כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה יא לה 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 לך דודי יא לה 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 לקראת כלה יא לה 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 בני שבת נקבלה בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה ובצולה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה ברכו את אדוני המבורך, ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. אהבת עולם בית ישראל, עמך אהבת, עמך אהבת. תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת, אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו ובקומנו נשיח בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו באורך ימינו, ובהם נהגה יומם בלילה, נהגה יומם בלילה. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem, Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך. ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברתם בם, בשבתך ובביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוקתך ובקומך. וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך. וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך, ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. Ani Adonai Elohechem.
Adonai Elohechem, Amen. Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh nora tehilot osefele malechutecha ra'uvanecha bokeyam nifnei Moshe uMiriam malechutecha ra'uvanecha bokeyam nifnei Moshe uMiriam Zeli anu ve'ameru Adonai imloch leolam leolam va'ed ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Lishalom. Ve'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, את השבת לעשות, את השבת לדורותם, לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת, שבת וינפש. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, את השבת לעשות, את השבת לדורותם, לדורותם ברית עולם.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi hagid tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor, V'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei HaKol, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, בחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמנת על החיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. Please now take these next few moments for the prayer of the heart as we all continue together in silence.
We would like to share new music for a poem for healing written by one of the great poets from the Syrian Jewish community. This text that you see on the screen describes God as a masterful healer who has answered the cries of those who have come before us. In this week's parashah, we hear one such cry from the matriarch Rebecca as her twins Jacob and Esau struggle within her womb. Lama ze anochi? With this pain, why do I exist? In the story, God answers Rebecca that out of this pain a great future will emerge. May we recite these words, uncertain whether we will find the answers we seek, yet connected to all others who have sought meaning and connection, both in our time and throughout our people's story.
Refatziri el ne'eman ki ata rofe uman at roshi shurecha leshi ותן כוח לנפשי. רפאת צירי אל נאמן, כי אתה רופא את ראשי שורך אנשים ותן כוח בנפשי, פצח שער הרחמים, רם שוכן במרומים, עליו בטח שמחה סתך, אין מרחם בלעדיו. בצירי אל נאמן, כי אתה רופא אומן, עד ראשי שורך נשי, ותן כוח לנפשי.
The boys grew up. Esau became a man skilled in hunting, an outdoorsman, while Jacob became a quiet man who stayed in the tents. Isaac loved Esau because he provided food for his mouth, while Rebekah loved Jacob. Jacob was stewing up a stew when Esau came in from outdoors, exhausted. Esau said to Jacob, "Hey, let me gulp down some of that red stuff because I'm starving." That's why they call his name Edom, which means red. Jacob replied, "Sell me your birthright right away." Esau said, "Look, I'm about to die. What's this birthright to me anyway?" Jacob said, "Swear to me right away." So he swore to him, selling his birthright to Jacob. Jacob gave Esau bread and lentil stew. He ate, he drank, he got up, and he left. Thus did Esau spurn the birthright. I've been thinking about these two brothers and their relationship and how it's described in our Parsha and beyond for quite a while. This particular part of the story has always bothered me. It's not simply because I can imagine Benji and Micah having the same conversation, engaging in the same casual cruelty that can often happen between siblings. No, I want to better understand why these two men are acting the way they are, and why our tradition is so comfortable with a man like Jacob as our forefather. Because if I'm really being honest here, if I saw this conversation happen between my sons, at first blush, Jacob would be grounded for taking advantage of his brother. My compassionate instincts come from a lot of places, but scarcity theory looms large as I pondered Esau. When we are hungry, stressed, or tired, or a combination of all three, we wind up with tunnel vision, unable to see any prospect of a future beyond what we're experiencing. Like Esau, I can relate. As my family knows, when I am hangry, you can't have a conversation with me. I just need to eat something as soon as humanly possible. In these moments, we are only able to see the urgent and not always what is important. That mindset could be at play here in Esau's conversation with Jacob, as we consider the quick actions that end our segment: ate, drank, got up, and left. It's possible Esau's mental bandwidth couldn't handle anything more. But as with everything in Torah, it's more complicated. This is one pericope among many. And throughout our portion, we will see Esau's impulsive behavior causing him heartache over and over again, even when he's not distracted by the world around him and consumed by that feeling of scarcity. If we follow Esau's story throughout the biblical narrative, you're left with the impression that his impulsivity, his anger, and his belief that the solution to every problem is a physical response is characterological. As the story continues, we see how Jacob, every step of the way, uses his mind to try and solve a problem, and Esau, his might. Rabbi Bradley Shavit Artson argues that it is that final comparison between might and mind that causes the Jewish people to coalesce around Jacob and to disparage Esau. As he wrote, for the Torah, every aspect of being human, heart, mind, and soul, need constant training, direction, and restraint. The story of Esau and Jacob is exactly the story of these two conflicting approaches to being human. Jacob lives with one foot in the future, less physically powerful than his burly brother. Jacob compensates by using his mind and by weighing consequences. He prefers to skip a meal if that means he will acquire the birthright of the covenant. This perspective of focusing on our minds first and might second has dramatically shaped Jewish history. With the destruction of the Second Temple in 70 CE and failed revolution by Bar Kokhba in 132 CE, the Jewish people saw the impact of being like Esau, of focusing on violence to solve our problems. For millennia, we have invested in being like Jacob, in education and fact-based decision-making. Indeed, we prize education above so many things, and that careful work has caused us to flourish when other societies have faltered. A favorite factoid celebrating this commitment to learning is around Nobel Prizes, which were just recently shared. 0.2% of the world are Jews, and Jews are 20% of the Nobel Prize winners. We have also been a people that constantly has one foot in the future, imagining a better world in the realm of the Messianic age, something that we are constantly building towards as we look at the world we live in and recognize its imperfections. In Rabbi Artson's reading, I see the appeal of Jacob and the reason for generations of disparagement of Esau. Esau as a character is someone who believes that might makes right. And like so many strong men leader around the world, people like Esau will take what they want and ignore the consequences. Facts and an appeal for truth are immaterial. An Esau-type person acts based on their guts and not knowledge. Pirkei Avot asks the question, who is mighty? The person who subdues their primal urges. As it is said, the person that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and the person that rules their spirit than the person that subdues a city. Even in the face of scarcity, the stronger person is able to overcome tunnel vision and focus on what's really important. Focus on a potential future that is better than the past. That lesson has never been more true than it is now. We are all striving for a post-pandemic future, and we need to sacrifice so much today in order to achieve that future which we all desire. We need to show our strength through restraint. Benji and Micah, Ezra's a little young to share this, but Benji and Micah have been bemoaning the fact that we haven't seen their grandparents in person for 8 months. And I have no doubt we won't see them for many months more. That the Thanksgiving we were all dreaming of, a meal in person with our loved ones, is a hard choice for us to make, according to the CDC and all scientific experts. In fact, right before we began services, I got a news alert on my phone saying that 4 in 5 epidemiologists are staying home this Thanksgiving. And those that are traveling are taking extraordinary precautions beyond any realm that I could imagine. Giving that big meal up with family up to ensure more people will live is a painfully prescient example of sacrifices so many of us are making in order to achieve a better future. It is those factors, a willingness to focus on the mind and not might, and the focus on a better future for ourselves and our descendants that make Jacob, who is flawed in many ways, truly one of our patriarchs. May we all strive to live up to the best of Jacob and to hold to a better future in our hands with the wisdom and strength to make the best possible choices in those challenging situations. This week, when I looked at our Misha Baruch list, my heart sank. This is the longest list I've ever seen in our community, and I worry about it growing larger by the moment. Our country is nearing 200,000 cases of coronavirus every single day. That's the population of the entire city of Yonkers, the largest city in Westchester County. I know I'm joining people all over the world as I pray for healing tonight for those closest to us and for the whole world that is battling this virus and so many other maladies of the mind, body, and spirit. Our congregational community thinks of tonight Mordechai Ben Yaakov, Deborah Kapnick, Nicole Shusi, Susan Colby, Robert L. Radit, John Pasternak, Chaim Ben Sipora, Masha Batsora, Joyce Schertzer, Motul Shia Ben Fani, Leah Greenspan, Aviva Tzila Bat Esther Bela, Dan Sokolov, Jeffrey Millman, Chava Batsara, Eliyahu Chaim Ben Fredel, Sheila Fried, Tanya Romanoff, Yitzhak Yona Ben May, Malka Tzipora Bas Rachel, Tamar Bat Malka, Heschel Meir Ben Davida Chana, David Ze'ev Ben Fruma Etzel, Shai Aviad Ben Balfura, Rabbi Eitan Hammerman, Ruth Vickers, and all of those we are saying in our homes and in our hearts, we offer these words of Misha Baruch.
May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach Himotenu Mekor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו U'shemo echad. Meditation before we offer Kadisha Tome. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give to me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved. And if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me most by letting hands touch hands, by letting bodies touch bodies, and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die, people do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. As we prepare to remember those whom we have loved and lost in recent days and in years past, we begin by lifting up the names of those people taken with us in the past 4 weeks. Erica Hurwitz, mother of Diana Hurwitz and Marietta Hurwitz. Louis Rubens, husband of Zell Rubens and father of Mark Rubens and Scott Rubens. Jake Rimland, son of Lauren and Ed Rimland and brother of Benjamin and Matthew Rimland. Jack Smith, brother of Michelle Smith and uncle of Benjamin Gendel. Ronnie Libertoff, mother of Dana Roseman. Susan Bond Lockwood, mother of David Lockwood, Margot Lockwood Stein, and Elizabeth Lockwood Ashworth, and sister of Nona Ventry. Eleanor Kutlich, grandmother of Julianne Rabb, and Mordechai Rocklin, uncle of Freddie Finkelstein. And the yard site, the anniversary of their passings, we remember Sylvia Ackerman, Carl Barr, Samuel Bauman, William Cohen, Joseph Berger, Elsa Burney, Mildred Brock, Rolf Buchdahl, Ruth L. Cohen, Henrietta Dabro, George Damashek, Shirley Disick, Israel Eisert, Stanley Gilbert, Isidore Goldberg, Gail Gordon, Arnold Gould, Philip Haber, Morton Herman, Janet Hunt, Nathan Katz, Arthur Kestenbaum, Saul Liebman, William Miller, Barry Parrots, Essie Rader, Jack Ring, Henry J. Rothman, Nathan Schnitzer, Pauline Schwitzman, Gary Siegel, Howard Simon, Rosalind Simon, Janet Singer, Cynthia Small, Ben Smith, Sylvia Solomon, Neil Tesler, Franklin Toff, Diana Weiss, Melvin Wolfe, Max Zaller, Janet Zemixon. If you have names to add to our commemoration, please say them out loud in your homes as we offer together these words of Kadisha Tome. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayachon u'v'yomechon u'v'chaye d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kari v'imru, Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'olmei amaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmeid kudsha b'rechu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush birchata v'nechamata, damiran be'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehei shlama Rabba min Shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, Amen. V'imru, Amen. V'imru, Amen. So, a few announcements, and I'll try my best to do these in chronological order. So first things first, we hope that you'll join Isaac and and the whole crew that joins for Torah study tomorrow at 9 a.m. A chance to pray and welcome Shabbat with Shabbat morning worship, as well as a chance to embrace and dig deeper into our weekly Torah portion. I don't know which segment of the story of Jacob and Esau you're studying tomorrow, but it's, a big chunk of the portion, so you may have narrowly missed it, so you'll let me know. We want to wish Mazel Tov to our B'nai Mitzvah and their families. Mark Oliver, Sophie Kushnick, and Dylan Lemberg, who will all become B'nai Mitzvah tomorrow. We are so proud of you and so excited to lift you up on our campus this weekend. And speaking of things on our campus, assuming the weather is good, which, knock wood, it should be, WRT is continuing its fall music series with a Yiddish Fiddler on the Roof on Sunday at 2 p.m. Artists Oren Nyman and Ira Temple, who were a part of the Fiddler on the Roof on the off-Broadway cast, will be there. I believe there's a waiting list if you wanted to be there in person, but it should be live streaming through our website, and I'm trying to make sure it's live streaming also on Facebook Live. Hopefully it's going to work, but we'll see. As you saw tonight, sometimes technical difficulties get in the way. The last thing I want to note, especially because Isaac is here, and now I'm doing this out of order, so apologies. Saturday nights at 7:30, you can look in your e-blast. You'll find information about how Isaac and Cantor Radnitsky are joining Kol Chazanim, the voices of cantors, and the Westchester Jewish Council, or the music of cantors. I'm debating the translation here. They're going to be doing a concert on Zoom, and we highly encourage you to check it out. It should be amazing. That's again tomorrow night at 7:30. So with all of that said, Isaac, did I miss anything? I think I got everything.
I think I think that's it in my book. Just an extra thank you to our in-house band, to Caroline Sonadasor, who is always willing to share her music with us, and very grateful to get to live with a musician. Makes things easier these days.
I want to echo my thanks to Caroline. It was such a pleasure to pray with you and to have your artistry lift up our prayer. With that, let us offer Kiddush. Cantor, if you would. I have the wine, but I assume you do too.
I have mine too. I'm gonna multitask. I'm gonna promote, or Rabbi, if you would be able to help promote our guests. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava u'v'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh bereishit. כי הוא יום תהילה למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת, מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך, באהבה וברצון, הנחלתנו. Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. L'chaim.
And Kate and I did our partnership work on our challah. This is one of our chalot for the evening. So put your arms, if you're with someone, put your arms around them. Otherwise, just feel the warmth of knowing that we're all praying and offering this motzi together as we say, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Tevon Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Okay, and we have a couple, for those of you who are joining us via Zoom, we're going to tap dance for a moment while we wait to make sure that the live stream finishes. So I have a cue for myself. we'll have the picture of this beautiful braided challah on the side. And as soon as that goes, we'll stop the live stream. So I'm just giving you the inside baseball here.
Who's tap dancing?
I am. You just can't see it. As I've said more than once, I do a nice soft shoe. Like, should we be on? Should we need to like wake and break a few